welcome to another deep dive. This time we're going way beyond like the typical book or article. Our listeners send us some really cool stuff. And this one is unique.
Yeah.
An analysis of Brazilian song lyrics. It's about spiritual leadership and self-determination.
Right.
And get this, the pitfalls of hero worship. That tendency we all have to put people on pedestals and totally forget that they're just as human as we are.
Yeah, definitely a unicorn.
I'm so ready to unpack this with you and see what we discover.
Yeah. What really struck me when I first read this was how the song uses this really relatable story to tackle these big universal questions. You know, like it's not like preachy or overly spiritual or anything like that, but it really gets you thinking,
For sure.
about purpose and happiness and where we look for answers in life.
It does. And it starts with this ordinary guy just kicking a soccer ball around, barefoot, blending into the background. But the lyrics hint that there's something different about him, something deeper.
Yeah, it says there was something strange about him, and then there's this really interesting line about remembering living another time in other distant worlds.
Whoa.
It's almost like he's carrying this ancient wisdom within him,
Okay, so we've got this regular guy who might be harboring some serious wisdom.
Right.
Where does the song go from there?
So this inner knowing that he has becomes the foundation for his transformation into a leader.
Okay.
But here's where it gets really interesting and maybe even a little uncomfortable. The song shows how people react to him. They start asking for miracles.
Oh, wow.
They even start calling him God.
That part really hit home for me. It's like we as humans are hardwired to seek out saviors, especially when things feel uncertain. It's so much easier to put someone on a pedestal and just hope that they'll solve all our problems.
Oh, yeah.
And to take responsibility for our own lives.
Yeah, totally. I think that's a really great point.
Yeah.
The song really seems to be tapping into that very human tendency to project our hopes and fears onto other people.
Project.
Yeah. We want those easy answers.
Easy answers.
We want someone to just tell us what to do and make everything okay.
Yeah. But instead of giving us the easy answer, the chorus throws us a curveball.
Right.
It questions the illusions that we create around these spiritual figures and talks about these lights of dawn, which kind of symbolize all the mysteries that are just beyond our understanding.
The things we can't know.
The things we can't know. Yeah, it's like the song is telling us to slow down.
Yeah. Take a breath.
There's more to this than meets the eye.
It's definitely challenging those narratives that we create, those simple stories we tell ourselves about heroes and saviors.
Yeah.
And it really forces us to acknowledge that there's a lot we just don't know.
And while everybody else is clamoring for these answers, the man in the song is focused on his chosen task. And we don't know exactly what that is.
Right.
But it's clearly his own path,
Totally.
driven by something much deeper than just what the crowd demands.
And that's where the concept of self-determination really comes in.
Okay.
He's not waiting around for instructions or divine intervention or anything. He's following his own internal compass.
Then comes that line that really stopped me in my tracks.
Oh, yeah.
He tells the crowd, destiny is what we make it.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Such a powerful declaration of personal agency. It's directly contradicting this idea that our lives are preordained, that we're just puppets of fate.
I'm curious, though, does the crowd even listen?
Right.
Or are they too caught up in their own needs and desires?
It seems like they are because the song tells us he seeks refuge in the forest. He's overwhelmed by these constant demands for answers.
Yeah.
It seems like even someone with this much wisdom needs a break from the pressure of being everyone's savior.
So he goes into the forest to ask God where he's going.
Yeah.
It's interesting because even this enlightened figure seems to be looking for guidance.
Yeah.
But he's choosing solitude over the noise of the crowd. I wonder if that choice itself is significant.
That's a great point. It's like the song is subtly suggesting that the answers we're looking for often come from a place of quiet reflection, not from those external sources, not from the crowd, not from other people, not from the end.
So he goes into the forest seeking answers, but maybe the real journey is inwards.
Exactly.
That's a great place to stop for today.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to picking this back up next time.
Me too.
Yeah.
We've only just scratched the surface of this song's meaning.
I can't wait.
So until then, keep thinking, keep questioning, and as always,
keep
diving deep.
Bye, everybody. You know, it's fascinating how the song contrasts his solitary journey into the forest with the crowd's relentless pursuit of answers. They're so focused on him as this external source of wisdom that they completely miss the point.
They miss the point, yeah.
Makes you think about how often we do the same thing in our own lives.
Oh, for sure. It's so true. We get caught up looking for, gurus or experts to tell us the way instead of trusting our own inner compass.
Yeah.
And that symbolism of the forest.
Right.
So powerful.
Yeah.
It represents that space of introspection.
Yeah.
Getting away from all the noise and chaos to connect with something deeper.
Absolutely. And the fact that he goes to ask God, but ends up hearing his own inner voice.
Right.
It's crucial,
Yeah.
The song isn't necessarily dismissing the idea of a higher power or anything like that, but it's definitely prompting us to rethink where we seek guidance. Maybe the most profound answers are found not in some external authority, but within ourselves.
I used to think self-reliance was all about being tough and figuring everything out on your own.
Yeah.
But listening to this song and hearing your insights, it makes me realize that it's more about trusting that inner voice.
Right.
That gut feeling that tells you what's right for you.
That's a really nuanced understanding of self-reliance.
Yeah.
It's not about rejecting all external input, but it's about discerning what really resonates with our own values and intuition.
Okay, but let's go back to that line, destiny is what we make it.
Okay.
It's such a bold statement.
It is.
Part of me wants to believe it wholeheartedly, but another part of me wonders if it's oversimplifying things a little bit.
Yeah, that's a healthy skepticism to have. The song isn't suggesting that we can just wish our way to a perfect life.
Right.
Remember, the line, "Who makes destiny is us in the minds of those who are capable."
Oh, yeah.
It highlights the importance of mental fortitude and the ability to actually translate our beliefs into action.
So it's not just about positive thinking.
Right.
It's about having the capability to create change.
Yeah.
That makes me think about people who face immense challenges, systemic barriers, lack of resources. Are they somehow less capable of shaping their destiny?
That's a really important question, and one that the song doesn't explicitly address. I think it's crucial to acknowledge that external factors absolutely play a role in shaping our lives.
Yeah.
But even in the face of adversity, there's still a degree of agency that we can exercise.
Okay.
It might be about finding creative solutions, building resilience, or simply choosing how we respond to difficult circumstances.
I appreciate that perspective. It's not about denying the reality of those challenges, but recognizing that we still have a choice in how we navigate them.
It reminds me of Viktor Frankl's work on finding meaning in suffering.
Exactly. Even in the most dire situations, we can choose our attitude, our mindset, and that choice in itself can be an act of self-determination.
So we've talked about the man's transformation.
This message of self-reliance, his retreat into the forest.
Yeah.
But what about the ending?
Yeah, okay.
How does the song wrap up this whole narrative?
It doesn't offer a neat and tidy resolution, but it does leave us with a powerful image. His voice, his message is heard over hills and valleys, suggesting that his impact extends far beyond his immediate surroundings.
It's almost like his actions, his choices, create this ripple effect that spreads outward, even though he himself might remain hidden or unknown.
Yeah.
It makes me think of those unsung heroes who quietly make a difference without needing that recognition or praise.
And the final line of the song really drives that point home.
Okay.
It calls him the true Messiah who never wanted to be adored.
Wow.
It completely flips the script on those traditional notions of spiritual leadership.
Instead of seeking followers or building a cult of personality, he leads by example.
Yeah.
Inspiring others through his authenticity and unwavering commitment to his path. It's a powerful antidote to that hero worship the song critiques earlier on.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
This song isn't just a critique of blind faith or the dangers of putting people on pedestals.
Right.
It's also offering a different model of leadership.
Okay.
One based on inner strength, self-awareness, and a genuine desire to serve something greater than oneself.
And that brings us to the part of the song that left me with so many questions. The crowd asks him for the secret of life.
Oh, wow.
What a weighty question to throw at someone.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to hear your take on this.
Okay.
And how the man responds. So we left off with the crowd demanding the secret of life.
Right.
It's the ultimate question, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
The one that we all grapple with at some point. And what I find so fascinating is how the man in the song chooses to respond.
Right.
He doesn't offer some grand revelation or some mystical formula.
Well, he goes right back to this idea of self-determination. He says destiny is what we make it.
It's like he's saying the secret lies not in some hidden knowledge, but in the power we have to shape our own lives.
Exactly.
It's such a powerful message. You know? It's so easy to fall into that trap of searching for external answers.
Totally.
Some, magical key to unlock happiness or fulfillment.
Yeah.
But maybe the real secret is realizing that we hold the key all along.
We do.
Yeah.
I think that's really at the heart of what this song is trying to convey. It's about recognizing our own agency and taking responsibility for the choices we make, the actions we take, and the meaning we create in our lives.
It makes me think of that quote by Henry David Thoreau,
Oh, yeah.
Go confidently in the direction of your dreams.
Love that one.
Live the life you've imagined.
It's about aligning our actions with our values, our aspirations, and creating a life that feels truly authentic to who we are.
It's not always easy, though, is it?
Definitely not.
Life throws those curveballs.
Yeah.
We make mistakes.
All the time.
We face setbacks.
For sure.
So how does this whole idea of destiny is what we make it hold up when things get tough?
Yeah. That's a really great question.
Yeah.
The song doesn't offer like a naive or simplistic view of self-determination.
Okay.
It acknowledges that there will be challenges, that we won't always get it right.
Right.
But even in the midst of those difficulties, we still have a choice in how we respond, how we interpret those experiences, and how we move forward.
So it's about that resilience that we talked about earlier.
Exactly.
That ability to bounce back from adversity,
learn
from our mistakes, and keep striving toward the life we want to create.
Yeah. And it's about recognizing that the journey itself is part of the secret.
Oh.
It's not about arriving at some final destination, but it's about embracing that process of growth, evolution, and self-discovery.
This whole conversation has really shifted my perspective on what it means to be self-made.
Yeah.
It's not about denying the influence of our circumstances or the support we receive from others. It's about recognizing that we have an active role to play in shaping our destiny.
Exactly.
Even within the constraints of our reality.
I think that's a much more nuanced and empowering understanding of self-determination.
Yeah.
It's not about individualism or bootstrapping our way to success.
Right.
It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of our lives while still honoring our own agency and our own capacity for growth.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
what's
the key takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with today?
Well, I think the beauty of this song and its analysis is that it doesn't offer like a singular definitive answer. It invites us to reflect on our own relationship to self-determination, to explore what it means to create our own destiny, and to find those answers within ourselves, rather than relying on external authorities or quick fixes.
This has been such a thought-provoking conversation.
It really has.
I feel like I have a whole new set of questions to ponder, but also a renewed sense of possibility and empowerment.
I love that.
Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been my pleasure.
And a big thank you to our listener for sharing this incredible song with us.
Thanks for sending this in.
So until next time, keep thinking, keep questioning.
Yeah.
And as always,
keep diving deep.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.